Gentlemen, Bitcoin, 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 the coin, Bitcoin. Wow. These just keep pumping, these setups, guys. These just keep pumping. We've made a first interim and we pull back down to there. This is looking to be going. It has triggered. There's your triggering event volume. That was your exhaustive low, the only real sell-off impulse. Secondary impulse took a long time hanging. Everyone thought it would sell off. Just did a final hammer there. That was all done. That was all done. There was buying ready to come in here. These lower wicks tell you there was buying ready to come in here. Drifted back on, got really tight, created a super tight little funnel, and then there's your pop. That is a triggering event that we had the other day. This is lulling everybody into a false sense of security before running. This will affect your alts. I am swinging back to now a strong Bitcoin wallet. And this interim is, I expect, now ready to get blown to the upside. Even better on the pound. So that was dollar. Let's get it over here. Here we go. Slightly different framing. I'll stretch it out a bit, or stretch it out that way a little bit. And pull it in. A little bit more of my scribbling on here, but essentially the same structure. So this is not about the pound being weak or the dollar being weak. This is all about Bitcoin being strong against all fiats, as you would expect, I suppose. Beautiful triggering event, went all the way to the interim on that. So it's better run of the first interim in that sense, and the volume spiky and thick and consistent here. First time in a long time since the Manhattan over here. Moderate Manhattans as we were topping out, but this is the biggest since that exhaustive low sell-off from up top here. The big impulse and then just the small dip, This is 2 hourly, so you're getting a little bit more detail on the candles than the one I was showing you before on the dollar. This is very strong. 4,120. This is in GBP, 3,585. So you're looking at subs 3.6 going through 4.1. So that is in of itself already $515. Yeah, 3,641. We're 4,120. So it's 520 and we're 15 off. We're going at about 535, 540. I just said dollars. I mean pounds. This is GBP. So up top here, GBP. The one before was the dollars. That was on a 4 hour. So to make them a little bit more looky-likey, let's just do them both on the 2 hours so we get a few more candles in detail. Swing this through a little bit. This is going to beast in my view. Slightly less convincing run of the first interim, but it did touch and break through. Bit of a grind line. You could have a final little dip through that, but you could also melt away from up here. So there's something coming, and my suspicion is that. But it could also do that first overnight and then that. I don't see a failure. I'm seeing strength here. Good little channel. Low volatility begets an expansion. Here was your triggering event volume. Look at that. Ties in perfectly. Same as with the others. Hammers, and a complete rejection there as well. Last time you had volume bigger was there and there. You can argue there was an interim place there, but all of this other stuff has been decreasing volume on that upside. A little bit of mini panic on your low 3 volume. The triggering event occurred here. That is your breakout. That is your first interim. Don't miss this. Don't miss being long these. You get bigger hits on your alts, but let me tell you, they're not as liquid and they don't do as well when Bitcoin's running, generally. Not always, not every time. I could be wrong on this assessment, but I'm seeing a pump here for the Bitcoin, and I think you want to be out of your alts and your sexy stuff, and you want to be into Big Daddy, the major boy. And that's my call. This is a free call. My premium guys are getting this all the time, getting the early heads up. You could have been involved here at the break, but you're getting it now, and there's still a run in it. By the way, the whole run, had you got in at 4.4 and you run to 5,250, is the better part of $860, and the same for the pound. It'll be a lot bigger. So yeah, it's worth contemplating becoming a member and getting on this. We've done really well. I've loved the DigiByte run. It's been really good for me. Spotted by one of my students, made beautiful target. We got in here on a primer. Yes, there's a primer on a shorter time frame. There's a little squeeze in here. got in there on a primer on both my Bittrex and my Poly. The charts are slightly different. I'm seeing further strength here for this one, and it's the only one I'm holding with my Bitcoin, but I think it could still pull back after the target and have a little churn as well. The Polynex Digibyte hasn't made its target and is winding up again. This could pull back a bit deeper, but I would expect it to make it. But first, I think we get the dip now. First we get the dip. This one hasn't made it home. It gets a dip. You can already see we made a smaller setup in here. This is what we're talking about. There was the primer. It was on both exchanges. That was been a great trade. Just has been a great trade. Nice and high, at all-time highs for accounts. Again, new highs a number of times last few weeks. And yeah, good calls from the guys in the WhatsApp group and the Basecamp group, and they know what to look for. They've been trained. If you want to become part of the community, contact me and learn more about it, about learning the HVF methodology and being part of the tribe. But until then, this one's a freebie for you, so that's my take. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, so those are the coins. We did have a little bit of action on OMG, but I think it's going to have a little pullback now with a Bitcoin there and there. It's stopping. What else have we got for you? I think a little bit of a dip down here on 10x, so I don't want to be holding any of these smaller, more speculative ones. CFI also strong dip, not going to hold during this Bitcoin. The only one I'm going to hold a little bit is Digibyte, and I'm expecting it to draw down against me. I'm thinking Bitcoin. That's how I started. That's how I'm going to finish. Trade well, trade safe. This is my opinion only. This does not constitute a recommendation. Make your own trades, own your own trades, and trade safe and trade small. Make sure you stay in the game. This is not advice. Okay, that's all the T's and C's. Be well. Peace out.